Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this one, we are going to talk about local listed link building. I have already discussed about this on my channel, and if you want, you could just, maybe check out other videos as well around this. But in this one, I'm going to talk about the updated stuff, the stuff that we are using, how we are doing link building for our clients, in HVAC, plumbing, and all the most competitive niches out there in the market. So yeah, this is exactly what we're gonna talk about. And also, I'm gonna show you the real results that we were able to get. Why does backlinks even matter? Then, what sort of links we are actually buying, or either we are creating ourselves, and then also how to acquire them, ways to acquire them, how to create them, and stuff like that. Let's get started with the video without any further ado. Hey everyone, just in case if you're looking for a tool that you can use to do your Google business profile audit, just visit gbpranker.com. That's the easiest and the most straightforward tool to do the GBP audit and get rank better in local searches. Before I actually talk about how to do that, which links, what sort of links matters or not, I'm just gonna show you a bit of results, right? This is a HRAP website. If you see, we were on April 28th, we were on 17th position within not even a month, within 25 days, we are on 4th position for this keyword: HVAC replacement, AC services, zone control system, air handlers, AC repair, whatnot. All of the main and lucrative keywords. You could see the potential outcome that you would be getting if you are following this correctly. Now let's talk about why does backlinks even matter, right? I mean, we are in 25, content is king. This is a cliche, isn't it? Because people have talked about it a lot more than they should have been. But honestly, the EAT and all of those stuff, if you're not sure about what EAT and EAT is, it's around authoritativeness and all those stuff. It has become more about links, and links are important more than ever. Believe me when I say that. See, links are basically the exact stuff that is exactly what referral does to us humans, right? This works exactly like how we humans refer someone, if they have got good domain expertise. For instance, plumber, they do a really good job, they know their stuff, you're likely to recommend that to your friends, your family members, and stuff like that. This is the same stuff when it comes to backlinks, websites, recommending websites. Google sees that easy, right? Then also search engines trust these if they are coming from a reliable website. So here the case stuff: backlinks has to come from a reliable and relevant website. If you are getting a link for your plumbing business from a adult website, that doesn't really matter. So you have to make sure that you're getting from a website that's relevant and that's authoritative. Then we have got this that I say again and again: traffic and relevance of a website over authority all fucking day. Make sure that the website is getting somewhat traffic, at least 1,000 a month, and on the keywords on which you want to rank for, or it is somewhat related to your own industry or niche. For instance, if you're in HVAC, the website, the link that you're getting, that might be a website around home service in general, or something like a home improvement website or anything like that. So that's one stuff. Now let's see the ways you could potentially get links for your local listed campaign. These are the main three stuff that I get. First of all, personal blog network. Yeah, it's gray hat, it's black hat, whatever. Yes, it is. But that doesn't really matter. That doesn't really change the fact that it works. It brings in results. That's all we want. I don't care if it's a black hat stuff, if it's a gray hat stuff. If it's working, I'll do that. Then we have got guest posts. Then we have got niche edits. I'm gonna show all of these stuff. What are they? How you can buy them? How you can maybe do that, or you can create them yourself. But yeah, let's talk about personal blog network first of all. It's simply your own website that you're creating to power up your money website. Pretty damn easy stuff. But the main stuff, you have to get somewhat offshore hosting that helps you kind of get different IPs for all of your domains, and they are hosted on a bit of different servers. So Google can't really trace that. And yeah, make sure that whenever you're purchasing domains for your PBNs, you are not getting that from one service provider. I would suggest that. Or even if you're getting from one service provider, make sure you have turned off that feature that just showcases your all of the buyer's deal, right? You have to make sure that you have taken domain security. Just do that. Then you have got a tool. This is a tool, Arver.com. You could just use this one to create content for your PBN, or maybe if you're creating any other sort of stuff. Even if you're sending content for guest posts, you can do this. I mean, it's a tool we are using. So yeah, I would suggest that. I'll put all of the tools or recommendation in the description. If you want to check that out, feel free to. Then we are having guest posts. Guest posts are basically posting on a third party website. You're kind of giving them some sort of really quality content in exchange of a link to your website. It's something that's here and that's working for now a decade or over a decade, right? And it's a fantastic tactic because you both are exchanging something of quality. But the thing is, now people are greedy. They're just trying to, position their PBNs as a guest post network, which is not. That's the main stuff you want to look for when you're buying guest posts. So we're gonna talk about how to acquire each of these links, but the other stuff is niche edits. Niche edits are basically the links that you get from an existing website, existing blog post, which should be potentially ranking on Google for some of your terms or some of the related terms you want to rank on. But even if it's not ranking, it's fine. You're getting a link from an already indexed web page. That is what niche edits are. Then we are having how to acquire. Let's see how to acquire each of these links, right? You can either create them, you can create a PBN network, you can create a guest post network. But again, if you're creating a guest post network, that's eventually a PBN, not actually guest posting website, right? Or you can buy them, right? You can just buy guest post initiatives. That's absolutely fine. You can go on legit.com and you could just search for, this is actually a decent SEO platform. You could just search for guest posts. Then you can also do the same stuff on Fiverr. Just make sure you're not buying that $5-10 things. It sucks. Then you're having other stuff. You could just go do a Google search. Rhino Rank is something I've used. It's pretty good. I do have a video on my channel where I did a case study. I spent 15 grand USD on links, and I showed you what sort of links are working. In a nutshell, guest post works really, really well. It works much better than niche edits and any of those links, right? Guest posts and PBNs for the win. Then I'll quickly go over the process of creating your PBN. If you want to buy guest posts or niche edits, either just outreach the website you want the link from or just buy that. Easy. Now talking about PBNs and how to create a PBN. First of all, you have to buy a domain name. Get that from Namecheap or spaceship.com. This is what we're using lately. You get free domain privacy. Also, it's a bit cheaper than Namecheap. Then you have got arvo.com for creating the content. Then get a website design. Now don't get that 90s or typical PBN website design that all of the PBN sellers are having on the web. Get something better. You have to look natural. You have to look like a real business. So potentially, just you can use a theme like WP Astra or GeneratePress or maybe Elementor, anything like that. It's easy. Just go on, for instance, if you're using WP Astra, just go on WP Astra / website templates, and you have got tons of designs here, right? Here's an example. If you see and if you actually land on this website, you would never ever think that it's a PBN. Why? Because it seems that someone legit run this, right? You can just create an AI avatar, honestly, and yeah, you can fake that persona if you want to. It's totally on you. Or if you wanna just showcase it yourself, you can do that too, but you cannot really showcase yourself on hundreds of websites. So yeah, you have to create somewhat a persona for each of those websites there. You can just do that pretty damn easily using ChatGPT, Sora, and new tools coming out there, right? You just have to create a persona of the person which would probably be the most interested or which could be the authority in the industry. So yeah, once you're done with that, just install Google Search Console and Google Analytics on your website. This would make sure that all of your pages are getting indexed as soon as possible. Yeah, you can also come into the overview of section and just click on inspect any URL and just put the URL or whatever that page is as soon as it goes live on your website. And also you can install the indexer plugin if you're on WordPress. It's pretty handy, honestly, and it's free. That comes with Rank Math plugin. If you're not sure about Rank Math, it's a great SEO tool. Yeah, once you're done with that as well, it's part for you to do keyword research. The easiest way, honestly, just do a broad search on Google. Let's say if I'm creating a PBN around SEO, I'll just do how to do SEO. Then I'll land on any of these competitive websites. Then I'll just open their sitemap. You could just do that by putting /sitemap.xml at the end of their URL, and you're gonna see this screen. Once you see this, you can analyze n number of posts they're having on their website. For instance, if I see this, I'll just see what sort of posts are they having on their website. One on Instagram marketing, content marketing, analytics, mobile ad strategies, and all of these stuff. Now I can extract all of these, paste it into ChatGPT, ask it to create a content calendar for my PBN. Now, just imagine, for instance, this particular website is having over 10,000 blog posts, right? Just imagine if you could find maybe even 10 of these websites, you have got 100K blog topics. You can spread that over hundreds of your PBNs and you would be having content for 100 freaking days. Just imagine that, how awesome that would be. You can also use ahrefs.com, semrush.com, keysearch.com, all of these tools for doing keyword research. But honestly, for PBNs, I would not go that way. I'd rather go the sitemap way. It's much easier. Now, as I said, this is how you create your own stuff. Now, if you want to buy that, you could just buy that from the website seller itself. If you know some great websites in our industry, you could just outreach to them. Most of the websites are actually selling links, so you're good with that. You just have to pay. If it really depends on the overall data of that analytics of that website, but you probably would be paying anywhere between $100 to $500 for one link, if that's a fine website. So that was all for today's one, guys. If you wanna know any other stuff, feel free to comment below. If you have got any other question, feel free to comment. And yeah, just a quick shout out to my GBP audit tool, Google Business Profile Audit tool, that I launched like 2 or 3 days ago. It's gbpranker.com. At the moment, you're gonna get 3 free audits, so just sign up for this. Just if it's for you, and it's just priced at $7 a month for now for 10 audits. So yeah, just try this. Let me know how it is, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye. Have a great day.